about this strategy spine that you recommend, and you were saying that if organizations or or entrepreneurs to clarify their strategy and the communication around it, they should create a simple document called the strategy spine. Could you tell us a little bit about how somebody may go about designing their strategy spine?
Sure. So I came up with it actually because I've been on so many strategy sort of sessions where there were these disconnects, between what we wanted to do strategically and how we were going to pay for it, and then how the numbers all rolled in. So what a strategy spine does is that, like, imagine a series of columns, and the first set of columns has to do with our major sources of revenue. So what are the major areas where we're going to serve customers, bring in income, generate cash some way. And then underneath in each column, you have what are the major assumptions that we're making about that source of revenue. So I'll use the example that I used in the article, which is, Unilever, which is a massive consumer products company, is evaluating how the nature of shopping is going to change. And one of the things they're very interested in is what they call social shopping. So one of the areas of social shopping is shopping in context. Now, what that means is, let's say you're reading a book or a magazine article without advertising and without interrupting your reading experience. Let's say it's reading or watching experience. You click on a product and have it delivered to you without any advertiser intermediaries or anything. So that's called in context, right? Yeah. So you'd be making some assumptions. You'd be saying, okay, somehow this in context experience is going to happen digitally. It's got to be digital. Otherwise, how can I connect it to a purchase? And that's going to be desirable and it won't be considered intrusive and that advertisers won't react badly and however, right? So there's a set of assumptions that you're making. Then what are the specific investments you think you need to make to support that flow of revenue? And then underneath that, what are the infrastructures that are going to be required to support all of your streams, right? So some infrastructure requirements are necessary for anything you want to do, not just that specific initiative. So what I find, and then underneath is, what are your references and what are your links to supporting documentation or whatever. And what I find happens when you lay that all out, it forces you to see how the pieces all connect, which is why I call it a spine. It's sort of the interlocking things that have to be there if your strategy is going to properly stand up.